All right. Hey guys, how you doing? Today I'm coming to show you how to reconstitute 30 mg of Retatrutide. I think the Retatrutide right there, 30 mg. It's pretty simple science here. Just to go over it, I do have some bacteriostatic water from Amino Club. Just my general overview of Amino Club and purchasing from them. Essentially, I purchased from them from the past, but certain things just don't pop up to me correctly. They're very cheaply sourced, even though I know peptides can be cheaply sourced. But even if you scan this COA that they have on their backwater, because there's a big thing going on about fake backwater, they threw a COA in here, but when you scan it, it doesn't even pull up to the right page. It says page not found. So a lot of these misconceptions, if you see peptide brands putting QR codes for the COAs, it doesn't really mean anything. If you're on the website and you see the COA right next to the peptide that you're purchasing, and you see the lab that it's getting tested from, you could triple check that, you could double check that and confirm. But I just feel like as far as some of the product and some of the starting my own peptide brand here with our Retatrutide 30 mg, the powder is a lot different from what I've seen from using Amino Club. Not saying Amino Club didn't work, but the strength of the potency of the peptide itself. Now, there's a lot of cross-referencing to do, and I don't purchase from them anymore. I have my own brand, and we are sourced in the U.S. Our brand is called Aminoplex. So here shortly, we're getting our labels in to already test it before we launch, and I just wanted to go over how you reconstitute this, right? So this is 30 mg, and you have no backwater in here. So essentially, since this is 30 mg, what you're gonna do, you're gonna pull syringe out, and you have your 100-unit syringe, okay? Essentially, you're gonna pull 3 ml of the syringe, meaning 1 ml equals 1 full syringe of this. So you're gonna do 1, 2, and 3 on the 30 mg. Why would you put 3 full syringes in here? It makes the math easy. So if I put 3 full syringes of the backwater in here, when you pull to 10, that's going to be 1 mg of Retatrutide. Simple science. So if I pull to the 20, I don't know if it's really going to focus in here because it's kind of like really hard to focus on this. If you see the 20, 30, 40, so 20 is going to be 2 mg and 30 is going to be 3 mg. Very simple science to a very non-hard thing once you start taking peptides and once you start administering peptides, to your unicorn, that you're gonna feel the strength, you're gonna feel the difference, and it depends how much you're titrating up first and foremost, where your strength levels are gonna be. So essentially we're just gonna get into the process. We're just gonna pull 3 full syringes, and we're just gonna input it into the to the powder of the Retatrutide. And yeah, you just want to be gentle when you put the backwater into this Retatrutide, and just swirl it around and let it, reconstitute with the Reta there. Honestly, this is very easy. We are releasing more information on our brand, and we are launching this weekend. I think it was the 24th today, 25th, 26th, 27th. So we should be launching by the 27th, 28th. Very exciting space to be in and knowing where you're getting your stuff from. But I can tell you that our stuff is like 99% pure, 7 times tested all the way through. That being said, I just ran the CMAX that we were sourcing ourselves. Hold up. So as you can tell, when you put the needle into the vial, there's some negative pressure already that's gonna already just take off with the syringe. I didn't even touch the syringe. So the negative pressure itself will just come through, and it will literally just pull the syringe for you. You don't have to do the first try, but when the second pull happens and I put it back in, you're just gonna have to manually press down. It's just because of the negative pressure that's already built up in here. As you can tell, that the Reta isn't fully breaking down yet, but we just do it again. We're doing it 2 more times, and very simple. I think a lot of people kind of get confused when it gets to like upper strength or more strength, like 20 mg or 30 mg. But it's very easy. It's not that bad. It's really not that hard. I think I'm a seasoned user now. I did my research back in January. I've ran Reta, I've ran NAD+, I've ran GHKCU, and today I've ran Cmax. Cmax is a nootropic peptide, and honestly, that stuff is pretty cool. The biohacking and just learning about what these peptides do, and just learning what is new in this space and what has been around, and just administering these things to your unicorn. Honestly, I would say that Cmax is really cool. If you have a high output day, I would really recommend to just do, um, 10 units of Cmax and just run it at there. And you really do feel focused. Once you start getting into work, and you start getting, this is the second one, once you start getting to work and really putting forth GPU computing on your brain, you're really going to feel the difference when it comes to just like your everyday use of, not everyday use, but how you're operating, how your brain is operating. You're going to really feel a difference. You're going to feel more like you can take on more and more stress, that you can think more clearly. And honestly, I felt that as soon as for 20-30 minutes, because it enters your bloodstream and attaches to your receptors. So the effectiveness of certain peptides that you're taking can set on pretty quickly. Remember, these are a chain of amino acid signals, and it's not a drug. It's a signal. It's a peptide signaling your receptors to do something your body naturally does. Of course, these can be synthetically synthesized to fit that receptor, but it's not that it's harming the receptor. It's actually telling the receptor to do a positive signal in the body that we naturally do. So this is the third and final one, and we're just putting the third one in, and it's gonna really fill up the vial here. So 3 ml is really like the max that these vials are. 3 ml anyways. It's 3 ml is the max it's gonna hold, literally. So here we go. So basic science here. You have 30 mg Retatrutide, reconstituted basically all the way to the top. This bad boy is gonna last you, a pretty long time, depending on how you're running your Reta. If you're doing like 1 mg, this is gonna last you the longest time. If you're trying taking up to 2 mg, it's gonna last you a long time. If you're that person, Monday you're taking 3 mg, and Thursday you're taking another 3 mg, like you're splitting up your shots in a week, this is still gonna last you a pretty long time. You divide basically 30 mg by 6, that's 5 weeks. If you're running 6 mg of Retatrutide a week, splitting your dosages Monday through Thursday. So there's a lot that you can do with this, and especially what you're doing to administer to your unicorn. It's all about essentially what you're running and how you're running it. What I would suggest is that you start slow, you titrate up slowly, and even 0.25 or even half an mg or a full mg, and you try titrating up slowly from there. Just see how it works with the body and see how much, metabolic, all the benefits, but see how your metabolism reacts, see how your appetite reduces, and just go and try titrate up from there slowly. And then, 1 mg, then 1.5 or 2 mg. Just see how you feel, because this is a very powerful triple antagonist. So thank you guys for watching. I just want to show you guys how to fully reconstitute your 30 mg strength GLP-3 Retatrutide. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see, just leave a comment down below, show some love, and subscribe to the channel.